Actually, I decided that I'm not going to go for the Warp Scepter right away, and I should probably knock out a bunch of achievement diaries before I end up doing that. So I went ahead and did the easy and medium desert first. We're going to go ahead and toss those both on Herblore right away. Every single lamp that I get is going immediately straight onto Herblore, so that'll bring us up to not even one Herblore level. Wow. Getting a little stingy now. I am one task away from medium arty, but it's like wait for strawberries to grow, so I can't really do that. I would imagine most of my achievement diaries are just going to be easy and medium at this point. I doubt I can do a hard. There is the completion of medium Lumbridge diary, which brings us up to this right here. It's pretty good, right? It's pretty good. I feel like most of the other ones that I don't have medium on done yet, it's like I'm one task away from having medium done, so I'm really close to having them all done. I've said the word done a lot, so I'm just going to put that in Herblore and end this clip. Alright, well I think this will do it for our diaries for the time being. There is Varrock medium completed. Let's put this on our last Herblore, and that'll get us up to 54 Herblore, which means we can now clean Quarm? I've never known how to pronounce that. But I think that also unlocks... Oh, it's one more level? I do want super strength potions, but I think I might just skip it for now. Productive day, though. Well, I feel like I've done enough stalling with the diaries and the quests that it's time for me to go get what I said I was going to do. Let's go ahead and start to grind our Warp Scepter. I honestly don't know the best way for me to go about doing this. Oh man, am I losing my voice? I'm going to try these big boys, see if these are good, and then if not, I'll try to go get the whatevers, the terror birds over there. They might be faster to kill. I honestly don't know. Oh, that's nice. Sweet. There's my Warp Scepter on the ground. Simply get spooned again. Now, when I first started this grind, I was ranging the Warp Tortoises, and I was getting a kill once every 4 minutes, so I decided to come melee. This was my first trip of meleeing, and it took me, quick math, 65 kills. So once again, pretty darn spooned. Black Mask, Warp Scepter, both spooned. It's a nice difference from the chunk, man. I think it's been a minute since I've given an update. I'm currently on my very first Abbey Spec task, and I just got 75 strength as well. I think I'm going to continue to train strength for the time being because 70 and 70 across the board there for attack and defense are a good place to chill with them for a bit. Secondly, I am on 66 Slayer. Crazy that we went 6 Slayer levels without an Abbey Specs task, but kind of understandable. I don't know how long I'm going to go for. Maybe I'll just go straight to whip. Maybe I'll get bored soon. Who knows? Part of me is also considering going for the Sunlight Crossbow. Sunlight Fire I don't even know what that's called. I don't remember. I need to figure out how to get like 40 fletching levels, which might involve me getting some quests done, such as the Champions quest and then the Kingdom quests. Those might not be for a little bit, but that's just kind of my thought process right now. I am going to need a lot of money. The cash stack is looking nice at 1.2 mil, so we'll see. I'm simply plodding along through Slayer right now, but I do have 2 hard caskets that I'm going to open up real quickly. Just finished a nice 160-something cave horror, so we'll pop these open. A Dark Cavalier, lovely. Oh, a magic short bow, that's huge. That is so big. Oh my gosh. Yes, magic short bow. And an Armadillo page too. We'll take that. Oh, I have 3 black d'hide bodies. Give me some legs, please. 169 dags. I will take that. That's nice. Nice and AFK, actually. Here are the levels, by the way, if anybody's curious. 25k till 69. Nice. Okay. So I guess I have to quit this account forever now. Long story short, I took a look at the Ankou drop table right after I got this, and I said, if I get a Torstal Seed from this task, I will quit and literally never play again. And that's because if you look at the Torstal Seed drop table for Ankous, it's 1 in 104,800. Yeah, you heard that right. 1 in 104,800. As you can see, I said in the chat right there. So can I... Do I have to quit? I don't know what to do here. Well, here's something that's probably a bit overdue. I've been rocking a non-imbued Slayer helm for some time. Shout out to this guy Chunkus Lad, real top-notch fellow, letting me kill him here. But
This will be my last dual arena battle, whatever you want to call it, before I can get my Slayer helm imbued. Well, Slayer mask at this point.
Alright, let's go ahead and hop off this world, hopefully to never come back, because that is the worst thing ever. Horrendous matchmaking, super buggy, awful all around. But we're going to go ahead and trade this homie and buy our scroll of imbuing. What is the point of this shop? It's just imbues and a blighted surge sack. Now, the primary reason I did this is because it's, well, good timing for me, because my current task is to kill 37 iron dragons in the catacombs of Kurask. So I'm going to be warp sceptering them, I believe. I think that's probably my best bet at this point. So we're going to go ahead and toss that on there and imbue the black mask. There we go. Now I will have increased DPS against those bad boys. A nice level milestone to hit here. There is 60 range on the account. I can now wear red D-hide. I do have red D-hide bottoms in my bank. I don't have a top, unfortunately, so I will be casually rocking my green D-hide top and my red D-hide bottoms. I don't really know if there's a good way to get blue or red in between going to black for the top, because I obviously have a black D-hide top, like 4 of them at this point. A giant milestone for the account. There is 70 Slayer. Oh my goodness, that is absolutely lovely. Kurask are now slayable by me. I would love to get a Kurask task immediately. That would be nice. Neve has been pretty arrogant. I don't know Abby Specs waiting, but the one task that I showed you of Abby Specs is the only one that I've gotten. So hopefully Neve is a little bit more humble. And just a couple kills after our 70 Slayer, here's another very nice milestone. There is 80 strength on the account. I think, honestly, I'm probably just going to keep chugging forward with Slayer for the time, or not Slayer, with Strength, and I'm not going to switch up until I get a whip, because I don't really know if and or when I will get a good strength training item other than the D-Sim. Obviously, I will at some point. I just don't remember it off the top of my head. Plus, that whip, you know, that's going to be quintessential for attack and defense, so we'll see what the vibes are. Well, I couldn't have written a better script than this. Well, I guess I could have if I got the drop there, but there's 71 Slayer and the Brine Saber on the ground. Still no Kurask task, by the way, but our very first Brine Rat task. Well, I ended up getting a task of 150 Bloodvelds, and I figured rather than ranging them all, because I do range all my Bloodvelds, that's how I get all my range levels, I'd go ahead and do a quest that I've been saying that I was going to do for a long time. There is Hero's Quest done, and now I can do a couple other quests. That quest is mainly Throne of Miscellanea. I probably should have done that quest a while ago, and then I can do the subsequent quest as well. I don't really think there's anything else that I want here at this time. Yeah, I don't really need any of those. Is there anything else? I completely forget if this place is... I mean, all the guilds, or at least the combat guilds, are dead content. 3 easy quests in a row have been taken care of. Here is the completion of Royal Trouble. Let's go. I did Throne of Miscellanea. Now Royal Trouble is done. Shout out to the Hero's Quest. Do we get a level? I'm going to guess no. Yeah, no levels off that. So what I'm going to do right away is I am going to go get up to 100% favor, obviously. I'm going to put like a mil in. I think that's fair. You need to have at least 750k in to receive maximum loot every single day. So I'm going to go all in on maples because I need that desperately for fletching, and then we are going to put the rest on herblore. That's honestly probably how it'll stay until the time comes for me to take it off of maples and put it onto teaks and mahogany. So I'm pretty happy with that. We'll stick with that for quite some time. The cash stack's looking a little thin, but it is for a greater good. Oh, nice. Another black mask on the second to last skill of the task. I will certainly take that. That is nothing other than some extra GP to another account when I eventually die, or maybe I'll drop it over sooner. Who knows? I can't tell the future. Not yet. You know, I've been holding back from doing this, and I really don't know why at this point. I have been, because I have nearly 800 points, and I maybe expected to spend more points than I have, but I just haven't. So I'm going to go ahead and unlock the Slayer helm upgrade. Might as well. I do need to get ring bling and broader fletching at some point soon, hopefully sooner than later, especially with the maple logs that'll be coming in. I'll be able to get broader fletching, and I just have to figure out when I want to get the ring bling done, because as of right now, I just don't really feel like doing it, but it would help if I had coins. All right, that should be Oh. Whoops. Well, a couple minutes after doing some stews, we got our level. So, I need nosepeg, spiny, reinforced I need reinforced goggles? Hopefully I can keep my boost to get some. There we go. There's our Slayer helm. That became way more complicated and scary than it needed to be. But ooh, the best looking item in the history of the entire game, except maybe the Dragonful helm. The Dragonful helm may give it a run for its money, but other than that, top 2 best looking item in the entire game achieved. Oh, well, there's our very first unique from the Wyrms, some butt plugs. I will certainly take those. I think that's the worst unique that you can get of the 4. Oh, okay, so they also have dragon throwing axes, which are just as useless for me, but the sword of the harpoon would have been nicer. I'm not complaining either way. I'll take them. A little bit ago, I got my first ever Kurask task from Neve. 173 of them. Now, first of all, I didn't realize that their weighting at Neve was 3, which it is the same for, like, all the other bigger Slayer Masters, but we finally got one, and I figured the best way for me to kill them would be to kill them via range. Now, because the only thing that I have would be the spear. Now, what was missing is a ranged ammo, because you can only use broad arrows or bolts. Now, you need a higher fletching level to do that. You need level 52. So what I did is I went ahead and made about 1,000 steel bars, smith them into dart tips, and I just got level 50 fletching. What I need is 52. It's been 1 day since I've completed the Kingdom quest, so we're going to go ahead and collect our resources for the very first time. So there's 892 maple logs. That should very easily get us up to 52, right? Yeah, 52 fletching. And from here on out, basically most other fletching levels, I would assume, will come from here, unfortunately, because making dart tips is such a pain in the butt. But hey, who knows? I finally hit all other requirements, so now is a better time than any than to go ahead and unlock broader fletching. Let's go. Minus 300 points. We only have 200 points left. No big deal, surely, right? Yeah, not bad. Ooh, very nice. A leaf-bladed sword. I just logged in 4 minutes ago, and we get rewarded with a leaf-bladed sword. That is a thumbs out or thumbs up log out today whenever that happens. That's nice. So this will be the end of our 100th Slayer task. There it is, 450 points. And I think this is a good place for us to stop Slayer for the time being. Now, I do plan on plowing straight through to something like 87 Slayer so I can get a trident, but there are a couple things that are severely lacking in my count. One of them is prayer. That is a big deal because I would like to get 70 prayers sooner rather than later. As of right now, I have a whole assortment of bones in my bank, primarily those 600 worm bones and a few others, but I'm going to turn those into bone shards, but the best way for me to do that is via the Sunfire Wines. Now, I don't have 72 hunter, which is needed to catch, I don't know, something like antelopes. I don't feel like finding them. I don't know where they're at. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to doing the content that I really didn't enjoy doing, but I think it is best in slot for me to do, and that is to do some hunter rumors up until 72. Once I have that, I will have a much better way to get faster prayer levels, and I will have a new ranged weapon as well. There's a new Sunfire crossbow, is it called? Sunlight crossbow. So I will be able to make that too. I do have to train up a few fletching levels to do so, but that's kind of the plan right now. Just a nice little skilling break. I'll get some hunter, some prayer levels, some fletching levels, and we'll have a good time. A beautiful little milestone level for us right here. Let's turn in this rumor. There is, wait for it. Oh, Horned Grack. Oh, my least favorite. There's 70 hunter. That is lovely. I will say I am definitely enjoying hunter rumors a whole lot more than the first time. They're significantly more enjoyable. I think it's largely because I have a lot more like mobility now compared to what I did when I first did this, which was a while ago, and it was really not that fun. Well, after about a day or so of hunting, we have finally hit our level. Oh, not that one. Hold on. That's okay. I have XP in these boxes as well. There it is. 72 hunter, which means we can now use the expert masters for rumors, which is lovely. We can also catch the sunlight antelopes, I believe they're called, which means, and that will give us the upgraded crossbow that I was speaking of at one point. I think I'm honestly going to continue rumors until I don't feel like it anymore. So now I have to go back through the novice, through adept, and one of the experts to get some good block lists for Tico, who will be my primary hunter, whatever, from here on out. But before we do any of that, I'm going to go ahead and open up all of these sacks. So I'll just show you if we get anything significant. Oh, there we go. There's the final piece of our guild hunter. I will certainly take that. That is the guild hunter completed. I was hoping we would end up nabbing that, so I'm happy with that. Also, for magic logs, we are, what, 1/3 of the way to having the DT magic logs done. So I can always go get those at Nature Implings whenever I want to. Or Wyrms, actually, is probably the faster route for me to do that now. Oh, there's 4 more. And the last one, not too shabby. Not too shabby at all. We got 46 Sunkissed Bones and 3.6k Blessed Shards. That is awesome. I'm actually going to go ahead and take those out immediately and chisel them up just so we can get a sizable look at how many bone shards we got from that. What was that, 3.6 or 3.8k? All right, so nearly 6k shards out of those. I honestly, I was expecting a little bit more. I think I got more from my initial grind a long time ago, but that's fine. Let's get started on some experts. Well, I've been cooking the past few hours doing some rumors, and as you can see, we are up to 40 sacks, so we're going to be hitting a nice little number right here. But wait, why am I at the novice? That's crazy. That's weird. Well, it's because I've gone from 72 to 75 straight without getting, what are they called? Sabertooth kebbits. I have gone 41 tasks in a row trying to get one task, and I've gotten every single other task possible other than the one that I need for my block. And I'm upset. Oh, great. We get to go catch 150 warlocks now. Oh my goodness. Finally. Finally. I've done it. I've gotten the Sabertooth kebbit. This guy has moths. One of them has Gorachins, and the other one has Sabertooth Kyats, and we finally, after 70-something tasks, get a task of Sabertooth kebbits. Oh my goodness. At 75 hunter, about halfway through, we can finally start doing expert contracts. Oh, finally. Oh, I can get more boots? I wonder if I can trade them in for anything. This guy, I already do have a contract from. It is the exact contract that I need to be doing, actually, the Sunlight Antelopes. And this dude will be guide until I get 83 and above. There's only 5 different tasks that I can get from him, with Herbivore being a 6th one once I get 80 hunter, so that makes life a whole lot easier. Well, here's an unusual level, but a necessary one for our soon-to-be grind. There is 62 fletching, which now means we can make sunlight antler bolts. So before moving forward, I found out from when I was catching my antlers, or the antelopes, antelopes, that my inventory would be filling up super quickly, and that's because I had these bad boys in them. They are Sunlight Antelope Antlers. So what I am able to do now is, rather than them filling up my inventory, I'm able to craft them on the go, or rather fletch them on the go. These are also my second to only, one of my 2 options for when I get my new crossbow for ammo. So it is necessary for me to fletch them as I go. A lovely little milestone being hit here. On 73 contracts, we now have 80 hunter. That is lovely. 5 islands. I just read 5 traps and herbivore on Fossil Island. Oh my goodness. Will we get herbivore on our we do get an Herbie on our very first one. Nice. That's going to be a lot of walking, I think, because I don't have stamps. But that's okay. After a long couple of days, we have finally come to our end of our hunter rumor hunting, I guess, if you want to call it that. Yeah, I'll take one more rumor. It's going to be odd sunlight cantaloupe, but that's not going to matter for some time whenever I feel like coming back to hunter, which could be potentially never. Actually, I'm sure I'll have to do it at some point. There is 83 hunter. I can now catch dragon implings. Whew. Wow. I am very happy to be done. This is significant. Well, I mean, maybe I would have spent my time catching only chins if I was doing regular hunter. Who really knows? It's definitely a little bit more rewarding than what it used to be, which is nice. Let me see how many chins I ended up with. 15 and 200. So that's good for maybe a couple 100,000 hunter XP. I'm not really sure. I do have 138 hunter sacks. I'm going to go ahead and open them. I can't wait to get my pet, which I'm very confident that I will get a pet. 3, 2, 1. Unfortunately, no pet, but wow, that is a nice little loot section right here. Let's go ahead and pop that in there. 138 elite? No, what are they? I think they're called elite contracts. Is worth 5 mil. That's not bad. I only have 4 magic locks that whole time. That's nothing. Goodness gracious. Well, now that I've done all of that, feels very good to be done. 312k isn't too shabby either. Goodness gracious, my bank is an absolute disaster. Please don't look at it. I am going to go ahead and work on my prayer. As you can see, I'm 56 right now, and we have 20,000 blessed bone shards, plus a bunch of other stuff that we can turn into more bone shards. And then we can do the enhanced stuff because we have the sun fire splinters. So I'm going to go get started on that. I don't know how long it'll take me. I don't know what level I'll get up to, but it'll be fancy. Man, I love Bone Shard Prayer. There is a 60 prayer on the account. Chivalry is now mine. Ooh, and my Blessed Spirit Shield. That's lovely that I definitely don't have. I am happy. I've done the math. Well, more so RuneLight's done the math for me. Unfortunately, I will not have enough to get 70, but I should end up with like 66, 67 from these shards, I think. I don't know.